This lesson is about scale drawings, which is basically setting up your ratios and converting your units. For your homework, we're going to do 1 through 6 on the front. And we've kind of went over the dimensions in class, so we'd all have the same numbers. When we measured this, we agreed that this would be 1.75. You might have gotten 1 3/4. Same thing. Over here, we agreed that this was 1.2 inches, and this was 2 inches. And here's your key right here. So for the tutorial, I'm going to do just 3 on the front and 2 on the back. I'm going to start with number 2. Determine the actual dimensions of this art room. Okay, so the actual dimensions. So this is just a scale drawing. And we know inches, 1 inch equals 20 feet. So we have 1 inch over 20 feet. So you're going to pick a side to work with first. And it doesn't matter which one you start with. 2 inches. And here's the very important part. Make sure your units are on the same level. Okay, inches to inches. And then feet to feet. And that's what we want to convert it over to. So in real life, what would our feet be? So we cross product, which we've been working on. You should know how to do that. So you would have 20 times 2 equals 1x. And then we're going to work on the other side. Set it up. 1 inch over 20 feet. And remember, I got those numbers from the key right here. That's where these numbers come in. And we're going to pick the other wall to work with, which is 1.2 inches over feet. So again, my inches are on top. They're on the same level. My feet are on the bottom on both sides. And we want to know how many feet. So cross product, 1 times x equals 1.2 times 20. So your answer is going to be this by this. You're not going to solve it. You're just going to list those dimensions. Kind of like length and width. So this by this. And don't multiply them together. Just keep them separate. Like a 2x4, it's kind of what you're going to do. It's like a 2x4. This is something by something. Okay? Sorry if that confused you. Just trying to help. Okay, let's look at number 4. Determine the length of each model. Then determine the scale factor. Okay. So number 4, we have the key, and it told us there's 1 inch to 8 feet. This is going to equal. I want you to go ahead and put your units where they need to go before you do anything else. So maybe this will help you keep things in line. Inches to inches, feet to feet. And in the picture, it says it's 60 feet. So just fill in the blank and then put an X there where you don't know. And then do your cross product. Okay, you can do that. Number 6. And we told you in class, because it did not print, that you should label this one in meters. And this key would be 2 inches equals 1.5 feet. So those didn't come off on the copy, so we asked you to fill those in during class. So let's set this one up. The key is 2 inches to 1.5 feet. So before you do anything, let's set up our units. Inches to inches, feet to feet. Now look at the picture. And it's going to give us the length as 13.5 feet. So here's my feet, 13.5 feet. I want to find inches. Do your cross product and you'll have your answer. Let's look at the back. On the back you have to do 1 through 4. I'm going to set up 3 and 4 with you. Number 3, Curtis wants to build a model of a 180 meter tall building. He will be using a scale of, so this is what they're giving us, 1.5 centimeters over 3.5 meters equal. How tall will the model be? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. He wants to build a model of a building that is 180 meters tall. So again, before you do anything, let's move our units over. Centimeters and meters. Okay? And in our word problem, it gave you 180 meters. So go here and find out where your meters go, and it's 180. You're wanting to find centimeters. A lot of you are messing up just by not bringing your units over. So do that before you add any numbers to them. This one you will round to the nearest tenth. So again, remind you what your tenths are. Here's your decimal. Here's your tenths and hundredths. So this needs to tell you what you're going to round your tenths to. Okay, number 4. Merritt is driving to Mount Shasta. On her map, she is a distance of 7 3/4 inches away. The scale of the map is, okay, inches to inches to miles. 1/2 inch to 50 miles. Okay, I would rather work with decimals, so I am going to turn these into decimals. 3/4 in a decimal would convert to 7.75. Equals 0.5 inches over 50 meters. Miles. And that's what you're finding. If you have any questions, we'll be in the rooms at 7:15 in the morning. Or you can email us questions or send us questions on the Google Classroom.